Coming to you ready to eat some steak. It's Wellness Nerd Out time! How you guys doing today? Happy Wellness Nerd Out time, you guys, and a very happy birthday to Nick Giannuzzi. Happy birthday, my brother. I hope you're enjoying it. We'll talk about him more at the end, but as for now, let's get to the good stuff, and that is niacin, aka B3, or nicotinic acid. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll catch you at the end. So, when we talk about niacin is how we're going to refer to B3, aka nicotinic acid, for the remainder of the video. So when we talk about niacin, we know that it's an essential vitamin. We know that we have to get it from the diet, right, as we do all B vitamins. And it is for this purpose that, usually we look to get it from the diet over everything first off. But if we have low levels, obviously we need to supplement with a little bit, right? But again, first and foremost, we're going to get through the diet, right? Like we always say here at One Wellness, diet first, supplementation second. So when we talk about some of the benefits of niacin, well, we have improved cognition. We have the promotion of growth and longevity, all right? And this is due to the fact that niacin supplementation promotes the production of NAD. It increases NAD levels, and NAD is just a coenzyme that's involved in cellular respiration, right? And we've talked about cellular respiration so many times here at One Wellness, you might be getting tired of it, but this is another way that one of these vitamins we're talking about is involved in that energy-producing pathway, right? Going from glycolysis to our citric acid cycle, and then through the electron transport chain, right, to produce bulk amounts of ATP. So on top of that, niacin, it supports the function, you could say, of many enzymes throughout the body. So it's not just promoting the production of NAD, but it supports metabolism in a great way and in many ways, and many other enzymes that function for different purposes. In addition to that, niacin promotes better overall health in general, all right? But that's only if we supplement it with the proper amount. And let's get to an example here where, maybe if we don't use the right amount and it being too much, that things can go wrong a little bit. And we'll talk really about, most things that can go wrong with niacin supplementation in excess tomorrow, but we'll kind of touch on it a little bit today, at least one subject, and that is cardiovascular health. Cardiovascular health. So niacin is good for the heart, and in particular, niacin supplementation has been shown in human clinical trials to increase HDA levels, that good cholesterol. It's been shown to lower LDL levels and to lower triglyceride levels. And so you can see how this would have a positive impact on cardiovascular parameters, right? Now, however, if we have too much niacin, well, we actually will not get this benefit of improved cardiovascular health. It's not one of those more is better type things, right? We actually will lose the benefits, and you just have bad side effects that we'll talk more about tomorrow. But when we talk about cardiovascular health, why would we not get this improved cardiovascular health if we have more niacin? Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you in a minute here. Why would we not get this improvement on our cardiovascular parameters with too much niacin? Well, if we have too much, it can actually increase insulin resistance, and to kind of give a premise for the base of why and the formulation of this, this discussion about how we get insulin resistance from too much niacin. Well, what is insulin's job normally, you guys? We know that it's to take sugar in the blood, right, to tissues, to bring a sugar from the blood to tissues as a carrier, right, to bring it there so that they can use it for energy, right? And so when we have high blood glucose levels and we have insulin active, normally we have the process of gluconeogenesis, aka the production of new glucose, right, in the liver being suppressed. So when insulin's active and doing its thing, taking sugar to the tissues, right, we don't have gluconeogenesis going on, because that wouldn't make any sense. Why would we produce more if we have blood sugar already? We have sugar in the blood. and we're taking it to tissues to be used for energy. We're not going to produce more of what we already got, right? And it's for that reason in general with metabolism that whatever we're taking in, whatever we're eating, our liver generally produces the opposite, right? And that's why when we eat a lot of carbs, like we've said in When Wellness in the past, I think a month back or so, how if we eat a lot of carbs, that it promotes lipogenesis, right, in the liver and the production of fat. And that's why, there's no fat in carbs, right? It's, they're carbs, right? They're full of glucose, right? And so if we're taking in a lot of sugar or a lot of carbohydrates, then we're going to produce fat, and vice versa. If we take in healthy fats, we'll produce sugar. So that's generally the better route to go, right? And that's one reason that bodybuilders have a high healthy fat diet, right? They don't want to produce fat, they want to burn it. What we take in, we burn, and we produce the opposite when we're talking about sugar and fat. Now, having said that, we're getting off track a little bit, but we should reiterate that because it's a very important thing in general with metabolism when you're thinking about what to eat for what purposes, right? What you're looking for. And so with too much niacin, we get this insulin resistance or decreased insulin sensitivity, we could say, because in the presence of insulin, when insulin is active, too much niacin, that is, inhibits insulin's ability to inhibit gluconeogenesis. So that means when insulin's active, we'll have gluconeogenesis also going on with too much niacin supplementation. We don't want that. Nobody wants that, right? We don't need any more sugar. We already got a lot. So again, this will promote insulin resistance, and that's no bueno, and it's for this reason that we need to take necessary precautions in our niacin supplementation to get that improvement of these cardiovascular parameters, right? Improve our cardiovascular health by increasing HDL, by lowering LDL, and lowering triglyceride levels without promoting insulin resistance. So that's one big thing that can happen if we take too much, right? Another cool thing with niacin, niacin has a sister molecule, or a compound, we could say, or brother, however you want to say, and it has a similar chemical structure, but is slightly different than niacin, and that is nicotinamide. And when we talk about nicotinamide, well, one clinical implication with nicotinamide is the treatment or the promotion of skin health as a topical treatment. So nicotinamide, again, is used as a topical skin treatment to promote better skin health, okay? Now, having said that, why nicotinamide instead of niacin? Well, with niacin, one negative side effect we get sometimes is that flushing. And, albeit this is a relatively innocuous side effect that is just relatively uncomfortable, but again is, for the most part, pretty much harmless. Just, why? Why not use something better? And nicotinamide is slightly better for the reason that we don't get that flushing that we get with niacin. So in terms of a topical skin agent, again, we go for nicotinamide. But we go for something else above niacin and nicotinamide. Fun fact. And what's that? Vitamin A! Vitamin A! Vitamin A beats them both. So, why do we even mention nicotinamide for topical skin treatment? Well, because it's relevant to our niacin discussion. But, if you were using something to, promote better skin health, there are many things, but one is vitamin A. So again, that's top the table when we're talking about vitamin A relative to nicotinamide, which comes in second, and niacin would be third, right? So when we talk about the dosage of niacin, well, we've got 16 milligrams per day being the recommended dietary allowance, aka RDA, in males who are above 18 years of age. So again, males who are 19 years of age and older, it's 16 milligrams a day. That is the RDA of niacin, right? When we talk about females that are 19 years of age and older, it is 14 milligrams a day. And when we talk about pregnant women, it's a little bit higher. It's actually 18 milligrams per day of niacin is the recommended dosage, recommended daily intake. And when we talk about lactating women, it's 17 milligrams a day. All right. So those are a few different demographic dosages with niacin. So what are some food sources? He's always telling us to get into the food, so what are we going to eat? Well, we got skirt steak, which is delicious, so good for you. It's niacin to eat skirt steak. On top of skirt steak, we've got lean chicken breast, lean pork chops, yellowfin tuna, portobello mushrooms are another one, brown rice, green peas, and avocados is another source. So there are a bunch, but those are a few right there, my fine feathered friends. So get those very delicious and healthy foods to get you niacin, people. What do you say? Well, what's up? Hey, Lucas, my man. Long time no see. How you doing, buddy? He's hanging out. Love you, man. Thanks for hopping on. Gino, what's up, my brother? How you doing? Roy, what's up? Thank you. Thank you for hopping on. I hope you're getting something out of this, you guys. And Vit Tabak, how you doing, my brother Vitali? It's good to see you on here, my friend. Thank you. Thank you for hopping on, all right? So, now that we've talked about niacin, what else do we got to talk about? Nick Giannuzzi! Happy birthday, my brother-in-law! I hope you're having a great day, man. I hope you're enjoying it with Case and my niece and nephew, who I love so much. Hi, Emma. Hi, Tommy. How you guys doing? I love you. Make a funny face for Emma because I love her, and I hope it made her laugh. And I miss you guys, and I love you guys so much, and I hope I see you soon. But as for Nick, I could get off topic because I love you guys so much as a whole, as a family, and I want to say thank you so much for taking such good care of my sister all these years. You've been such a great husband to her, and you were really cool growing up. Nick is great at sports, if you guys didn't know that about Nick, because, now he's working all the time, he's a family man, and, albeit he still plays some golf, which I know you do, Nick. We used to go on vacation to the Marriott in Florida. We'd go to the resort, and we would play. I laugh because it's just like so great. We would play all these different games. We would play all these different tournaments. Anything from they had like a blackjack one, they had a ping pong one, they had a basketball one. I think they had a beach volleyball one, which was super fun. And we won them all. We cleaned house, and Nick was a part of that, supporting the good squad there that we had, unbeatable vacation squad. And it was just such a fun time, man. I'll never forget those times. I'll never forget the times when we would go surfing. You and Case would pick me up from high school. You guys would drive me home at St. Anthony's. I'd be running to the car because I'd be a little bit late. Casey was about to dip out and leave, and I had to basically dive to catch the door, but I would make it, and you guys would take me home. So thanks for that, too. And again, man, I hope you're having an awesome day. I love you so much, and know that 100%, absolutely, this one is for you, my brother. So again, happy birthday, and enjoy it. You deserve to. Have a fantastic rest of your night, you guys. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about what can go wrong with niacin. We touched on it a little bit today in how it can, promote insulin resistance or decreased insulin sensitivity when you have too much of it. But we'll talk about a few other things that can go wrong tomorrow and why we need to take some necessary precautions with our supplementation of niacin, as we do about every vitamin and supplement that we take, right? Because it's, not always that more is better. In fact, that's usually not the case, right? Have a fantastic rest of your night, and we'll see you tomorrow, baby. I'm going to go eat with these great people over here. Have a good one. Thank you.